choose which event.
Hmm?
I didn't know that. Before I said go live, but it didn't do the event, so now it's fine. That's fine.
With people here.
Yeah, Flick's here. Hannah's here. We're here.
It is just okay. Good.
Yeah, it just turned on. It was a minute ago.
Oh, because it has to be 5 minutes now. Okay. You can flip it. I'm just doing something on my end. You can set it and talk to them.
Well, I was just gonna win.
This, what I'm doing, has nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
I'm pulling something up. Whoa. What the hell? I don't know what's that.
See if anybody else is doing that.
Is it flashing for anybody wigging out? Like on my laptop, this is not working. I wonder if there's just too much bandwidth being used.
Could be.
Error occurred. Playback ID invalid.
No flashing, so we're good. It's just yours.
I don't know. Guess I can do it through there. Oh, no, that looks fine.
Howdy.
No idea what it's about.
Me neither.
I don't know. Hi. Hello, world. Who's all here?
Blair's here. Hannah's here. We're here.
Blair, Hannah. In the off chance that this does not get to around 10 people, we'll do a drawing on the YouTube channel and we'll post it there because I feel like it's only fair. I mean, Blair's got one already. Hannah would be the only one here technically that would be eligible, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So if nobody else shows up, then we'll just do it on the YouTube channel. But thanks for showing up late Saturday.
Yeah. I'm tired.
You're always tired,
And hungry.
but you never sleep or eat.
No, I just got off work.
You should have eaten.
I didn't have time.
It's always time to eat.
Maybe for you. Oh, you can't see it on the screen. Almost. Not quite.
Can't say what.
The new thing that's up behind you.
The skull.
No. The other new thing that we haven't told anybody about yet. They're about this big.
Oh no, there's They're also. Did you move them?
Yeah. I'll grab one in a minute.
Okay. So, where do we start?
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
I always start. You start.
Hi, everybody. I just got home from work. The podcast editing is hard. Yeah. It's really hard.
It's a lot of work.
That,
Very time consuming.
yes. Understatement.
As far as time goes.
Yeah.
So
My work schedule got fixed in a couple weeks.
like what, 2?
I got
3?
2 more Saturdays.
That's
and then
not
it's
bad.
fixed.
I have a huge pimple on my face
It's
and I hate it. It's so gross. I gotta cut my mullet too.
I did that today.
I will be doing that hopefully over either tomorrow or the next. So we got some notes. Well, I've got some mental notes, I should say. The podcast thing, we have finished 3. We've uploaded 3. JD's working on 4. The 4th one is kind of a big deal because we had some guests on it, which was really, really neat. We had the creator of City of Mist, Amit, join us, and we also had the content creator Runesmith join us, which was actually, it was a really a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. It was a hoot. Much enjoyed, and that will be coming out on Tuesday.
If I'm on time. And I plan to be.
We've been having some audio issues with...
Just in general.
Yeah. That we're definitely going to try to nip in the bud on Sunday when we record. As far as we can tell, mic placement, maybe? Question mark, kind of. Hello. So hopefully that gets taken care of. What else? What else, JD?
Except for the new stuff that we've been avoiding talking about, nothing that I know of. Everything is running pretty smooth here.
Cool. So we did the podcast. We're still doing the podcast. We brought on the first guest. I said that we will be having more guests over the next couple of weeks. The other guest has already been notified by JD because it happens to be JD's buddy, right? Cool. So we'll continue to bring people on the podcast for that. It is on Apple, Google, and Spotify. If you just Google, if you Googled it, it would pull it up.
You can search for it on everything.
Yeah. Just Google Fader Chance, and you can listen to the shenanigans that we're getting into, which is a lot of fun. Yes, it is a moth. Yep.
Somewhere.
That is a moth. You are correct, Blair. Floating around doing mothy things.
Oh, the next guest is the moth? Probably not.
Like the Mothman?
So we set up a dice with each number, and whatever one it lands on is what it rolled.
Do the dice need like some kind of light or some kind of flashing thing to attract them? Because otherwise we could be waiting for rolls for a long time.
I know. I don't know how else to do. Like, I don't know. I'm clueless on that part, so.
Listen to the podcast on Podbean. Nice. Thank you.
I listen to the podcast a lot.
I don't listen to it as much as JD, but I've definitely listened to every single one of those at least 3 times. I'm sure JD's well beyond the 3.
You don't want to know.
But the same context goes for the YouTube editing and stuff like that. Like after I've edited and watched and edited and watched and edited and watched and edited, I'll do one run through on YouTube and then I'm just like out of sight, out of mind. I get tired of hearing my own voice.
That. And the podcast is fun because you have to listen to the same little clip however many times it takes to get it to the right volume and the right spot, and it's a lot. Have I enjoyed it so far? It's different.
I wonder if Blair's talking to Hannah.
Oh.
Because Blair does the voice as the player.
Probably to be talking.
It's good. I need to finish the 3rd one. Nice. Thank you, Hannah. Appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely easier to keep up with, at least in my opinion, as opposed to the streaming aspect is easy, but I like the hokey sound effects and stuff that come along with it. Also, can you all hear music in the background?
Yeah, it's doing a little bit. They might need to come up a little. I would say it probably needs to come up a little.
Can do.
Just a scooch. Yeah, that's good. Just go there. We'll see.
That seems like it's gonna be loud. No.
Now there's nothing. Oh no, maybe no. It's in the middle of the track. Scooch more.
A little bit more.
Just a little.
Little more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Okay.
Because we're right under the yellow, and if you get excited, you peek in the yellow, and then it's like halfway up the green. It's fine.
Sounds like if I get excited, I pee a little.
I mean, that's fine. Some people do.
I may have fallen victim to that. Just like a little trickle. Like I've never full on peed my pants.
It's the woman that's had a kid sneeze. There's always a little bit.
I mean, I think I might have even come in that route. I mean, minus the kid part, but.
Why is that so slow?
Why is what slow?
I see it over there, and then it takes it a couple seconds.
Because that's a hook in through an API. This is live. I need to go to bed so I can go to church, but I want the mouse to be caught before I do. Mice are cute.
And annoying.
I love them.
I do too.
They're fun. Can be annoying for sure, but I've never really had a mouse problem. Because, I mean, if I did, I feel like I'd keep them and just... I'd make a bunch of pets, and that's probably not good for me. No, that's not true. All the pets. Pets are win. Podcasts, yes. What else you
We're done with Quest.
We are.
As far as YouTube videos, for now.
Yeah. So, we finished the last roll. You're drinking scotch.
I'm drinking some monkey shoulder scotch. It's pretty good.
My train just derailed. Done with Quest, yes. So after the last roll, we will be moving on to a new game. New game that I'm super excited about, really, really jazzed about. And we had talked about it a little bit before on the last one of these that we did. We're going to be moving on to...
It's not up there. It's in my backpack.
Grab it.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's Lancer. And Lancer's going to be lit. Lancer lit. Lit Lancer? That PDF, and this book has so much in it.
My book's actually already breaking.
Really?
Yeah, the front ream is coming apart.
That sucks.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's a moth again.
Lancer!
Yeah. So,
It's pretty.
the art in this book is dummy dope. It's very pretty. There's a lot of wild stuff that goes on in it. And is... I mean, realistically, in my opinion, it is as far away from Quest as pretty much you can get. Mechanically, it is next level. I haven't played 4th edition, but I know a lot of people kind of say that it's got a little, it's got some throwbacks to that.
It's so pretty.
If you play 5th edition, it uses not the same terminology per se, but it uses some of kind of like the same, I guess mechanics would be the right word. Because
Combat wise.
It's very crunchy in the combat. Like you do have your advantage, disadvantage kind of stuff, but they don't call it advantage or disadvantage. They call it gaining accuracy or difficulty.
And it caps.
Yep. No more than 2d6, which is interesting because
no more than 1d6.
You can get a maximum of a -2, but you always take the highest of the whatever you're rolling for.
No, you can roll as many as you have option to. You can roll up to like 6 at once, but you always take
the lowest.
Yeah, you always take the lowest or the highest, depending.
If you're going vice versa. Yeah.
Yep.
It's really neat because although it does focus on a D20 system, it's like a D20 plus a D6 in a lot of scenarios, or minus the D6. Range and AoE and burns and what else is in there?
Everything.
Yeah, it's
anything combat focused that you can think of is in it.
Yeah. You need maps for it, I mean, if you want to get like what I would say be like the full experience out of it, you would probably want to use maps.
Yeah, games, it's very tactical.
It's a tactical table.
Combat is built for maps, which is interesting because the maps are flat, but it's supposed to be a 3D plane.
Yeah, because you can actually, well, I mean, technically,
most of the mechs don't fly though.
No, quite a few of them can hover though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but in that regard though too, like if you take a tabletop for what it is, the games themselves should be, I mean, technically they're 3D because even if you look at D&D, you get on top of buildings, you gain flight and stuff like that. It's very D&D adjacent, but
older D&D.
Yeah. And a lot of really cool sci-fi stuff. I'm really looking forward to the like the RP in the game. Like I guess you would kind of have a little bit of RP in the combat, but the heavy RP is done kind of like outside when you're like debriefing and figuring out like what your next move is.
And it's an entirely different system. It's
only a D20.
Yeah, it's City of Mist.
Yeah, it's a D20 plus triggers, which is D6s again.
Yeah.
I think JD's right. It's very much in that regard, kind of like the way City of Mist plays in the RP side is very, very similar to how it is in Lancer. Combat, on the other hand, is a whole different ball of wax.
What's that right there? 4th edition.
I've never played
with mechs.
You get man, I could literally talk about this game for probably the next couple hours. But anyways, long story short, we're going to be focusing on Lancer for the next foreseeable future. When we see how that goes.
We might do some little one-off videos too, though. We've been talking about that.
Yeah, because there are some kind of like knickknacks and stuff that
tin candles
like up there that would be really good to just have kind of like one-off videos for that you can't really dedicate a series to.
A lot of the books I have coming are that way. Oh yeah, Aegon's up there too.
Even Aegon would be good for one.
Yeah.
JD's got a lot of different books coming that he's invested through Kickstarter too, that will be in the future, which is going to be cool.
Most of those won't even ship until like October-ish, which is fine. I'm just still excited about them. I should do a video on just everything I've backed at this point and why I'm excited for that one specifically.
Agreed. So that's the snapshot of Lancer. Long story short, if you took Dungeons and Dragons and Gundam and threw them in a blender and brought them together, that's what Lancer is. And it's going to be sick. It's
going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very different than what we've run for a long time, though.
Yeah, I mean, because the closest that I would say that I've come to playing something like that in the last couple of years would probably be 5th.
Mm-hmm.
But it's way more crunchy than 5th.
Way more crunchy than 5th.
What do you guys think of Dead by Daylight or It Takes Two?
It Takes Two looks really cool to me.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight, I have no interest in.
I really like the other game that studio put out, that It Takes Two put out. The one about the two brothers, they're in prison, and the name escapes me. Get Out? Get Out Alive?
Something like that? Yeah. That's right.
I know I'm on the right track.
Yeah, you're on the right track.
Yeah, but it's by the same studio, and the whole game is like really heavy on the co-op side, like puzzles and stuff. Like you can play the game by yourself, but why would you want to? I haven't played It Takes Two, but I definitely want to try it.
I have a few friends that are super into Dead by Daylight, and they really love it, but it's never been for me.
That's just like the 1v4, right?
Yeah, it's a 1v4. Team battler, and the one person who's the
Jason, the Freddy,
gets to be the monster. Different tropey monsters.
I liked Friday the 13th. That game was fun.
You'd like Dead by Daylight?
Probably for a little bit, because even after a while, like the best part about the Jason one was being Jason, but even then after that it got boring after a while.
I don't remember how many monsters are in Dead by Daylight now. I know I want to say there's like above 10. And they're all different.
I've never played it.
I think you'd probably like it then. if you liked the other one.
Check mic volume.
Is
Which one is low?
Me? Probably. It's usually me.
Looks like it would be JD because I'm in the yellow.
Assuming it's me. I'm always low. Let me just do that and see if that's any better. That looks better.
Yeah, we're both in the yellow now. Should be good.
Thank you for telling me. It also could just be because I mumble sometimes.
So Lancer is next. Speaking of Lancer, my brain work with me. 2 weeks from now. So we took a week to kind of do the deep diving in Lancer, but I have to push it back one more. So the next video won't for Lancer, or our first video, not next week. First video for Lancer won't be next week, but it'll be the week after. And then we're gonna have, some really pretty pictures and stuff on it. Also, we created a Patreon.
We did. That's one of the big announcements. We have a Patreon.
Yep. There's only one tier. If you just type in !Patreon, you can find us there. Or if you just patreon.com/FaderChance, you can find us there. So JD is twirling something in his fingers, which is a part of that. So I don't like the idea of, that was really quick.
Nice. Everybody gets one of these.
I'm surprised that trigger fired so fast. I'm not used to seeing that anyways. That caught me off guard.
I can tell.
I'm like, wait, how the Nightbot's doing its thing?
I can see the numbers floating off your head. Like, how did that happen? What did
yeah,
how do I do that for the rest of them?
All right, you stay right there. You keep doing what you're doing over here, little ancient computer. So
one tier.
There's one tier, and JD and I had talked about it.
We've talked about this a lot.
Yeah. And a lot of people create Patreons just as hey, give me money. I need your money. I'm not to sound like a jerk or anything like that, but
it's accurate.
Kind of, yeah. And I wanted to at least kind of have something that we could offer people that would sign up and support. So there's two things that you'll get for the first tier, and it's
my eternal gratitude.
That's actually one of them. I
that's
put that
it.
in the
that's
text.
That's not all.
That's
you
a
get.
lie.
That's not. All
it literally says after that. I was like, but wait, there's more, and it's all bold text.
That's great.
So beyond just gratitude,
I'll get a new one. You're good.
And a thank you, every person that with up to the first 50 people that support us through Patreon. It's a $5 tier, no more, no less. We'll get a personalized thank you letter sent to you from us. And then you also get one of these things that we had made. I'm curious to see how this goes in camera. Yeah, it's a little button, a little pin. Yeah. Like what I would wear on my vests and on my satchel and my bag of infinite holding. So we have 50 of those made. Okay, we have 100 of those made. I need to edit the text in there then. And
we have roughly 80 that we're going to be giving out right now.
Because 20 are going to one of the people in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So Blair, we're going to be sending you 20 of them.
Ish.
Give or take.
Yeah.
So those will be sent your way, I guess.
Monday.
Put your Addy in our Discord chat.
It.
Oh, you do?
I got it.
Don't do anything. Just sit there and wait for them to arrive.
Yeah. Sometime next week.
Yeah. But that was the Patreon. I'm going to work on every single one. Nice. Just cycle through it. I back that statement. That'd be fun. But yeah, I went back and forth about it, but fact of the matter is, the time and investment that goes into a lot of the stuff,
how long does it take you to edit a YouTube video? On a
full disclosure?
On an average day.
Okay, so, and I guess we can talk about this because we can talk about the podcast.
Start to finish, because then you can ask me and I'll tell you about the podcast.
So, full disclosure, to edit a YouTube video, because I'm trying to kind of tweak things and make them better, and I'm trying to learn new things, and I'm trying to have more flashy, pretty thing pop up on screen.
Especially now that we have access to more flashy.
Exactly, because they've got more information and more flashy, pretty things in the book that they said we could use. Full disclosure, if we count recording maybe at most 30 to 45 minutes, and it's cut up.
We'll say an hour. Setup, tear down, everything.
editing. So it's not just one go through. It's not a one and done. I'm gonna say let's go with our average is about 13 minutes once it's cut down.
Yeah.
Editing a 13-minute video, just the first pass is about an hour, where I'm trying to get everything kind of like cut that needs to be cut out, and basically cut down to the 13 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
It's about an hour, usually a little bit more. Now, the second pass is when stuff gets fun. That's when I'm adding sound effects. That's when I'm adding transitions. That's when I'm doing a lot of the EQing, and then JD will add music and stuff at the end. I usually have him do that.
That takes 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal.
But the transitions, the layering, like the snipping, and like the whole editing from beginning to end, a 13-minute video actually takes me around 5 to 6 hours.
Which is not insignificant. I know on a bad day, what would it take you, around 10 on a bad day?
If shit falls apart, yeah.
On the other hand of that, the biggest reason right now, I'm taking a day off of work to have time to do the podcast. Because currently I work a 40-hour work week, and work is picking up because it's starting to become nice lake weather, and we're in a lake town, and I work at a hotel, so the hotel's always full, and now it's starting to get busier. And I don't have time to edit the podcast because the podcast isn't. So one episode of the podcast is about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So the first pass is just getting everything synced up. That takes roughly 30 minutes, another 30 minutes to get all the sound dampening and all the sound adjustments right.
One thing to take in consideration is I'm already down to working 4 days a week.
I thought you worked
3.
You've been
3. I work 3 days a week, and JD's working 5. So, and like even on my days off, like I'm still working on editing and stuff like that, because cramming between 6 and 10 hours of editing in one day can be
a lot.
And he's trying to cram all this stuff in while he's at work and then when he's here.
And that's not a lot of time. And because downtime is important. I have to have some time to where it's just, hey, I'm not working on anything tonight.
That's why.
Because otherwise I go insane.
And that's why I'm taking the additional week.
Yeah. Right now, getting everything adjusted to where I can actually start going through it and making sound effects additions, moving where we talk on top of each other around where everybody can be heard and adjusted and everything like that. It takes about an hour to get it ready. After it's ready, 3 hours per track at least. And when we have no guests, there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
At least. Yeah. Usually closer to 5.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you? Thank you. It's basic, but it works.
Right? It just takes a lot of time that I just don't have until that extra day off comes through. And that extra day off is not an insignificant amount of money that's missing now. So, and even if it's just $5 goes a long way. That's a meal for me at the store. I mean, that's a big deal.
And the way it's broken down is if you pledge the 5, we don't even get the 5. We don't get the whole 5.
No.
It's actually like $4.60 or something like
but
that.
It's fine.
And the reason we wanted to keep it at 5 is like I come from
a land down under.
Come from an unknown under. I was gonna say like a Twitch background where it's like the same. It's like the same.
Yeah.
Only, I mean, Patreon's like a little bit nicer on
it's
the
a little bit.
side.
You get a little bit more from Patreon usually, and we will be adding more tiers down the road when we have more to give out, more options to give back. If for whatever reason the Patreon blows up and everybody gets a pin and we run out of pins, we'll order more pins.
That won't be hard.
It won't be hard. It'll take us like a week to get more. So right now,
save the orders. We just
exactly. It's just a one-click button. Hey, I need more of these. Cool. Yeah, we send them.
Yeah.
We can even get more. We can get up to like, I want to say it's like 4,000 at once. Not that we'd ever need that many, I don't think. At least not for a long time. But
dude,
yeah,
I can imagine just like the postage going. I'm having panic attacks.
No, it's free shipping once it's over a certain amount of buttons.
To us, yes, but to go back out. Can you imagine shipping out 4 independent?
Not all at the same time. But yeah, it's just to kind of help us in a way that right now nothing else is. Right now, at this point on Twitch, we'd have a sub button. We'd at least have.
We already do.
Right.
We just don't use the channel.
When we did use it, we had a few. So this is kind of our way to make up.
It's circumventing the Twitch to kind of stay on YouTube. I like Twitch. I don't have a problem with it. Some things like I might find a little questionable, but at least they're trying to find roundabout ways to go and fix that stuff out.
I'm not going into that discussion today. I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
But the reason we were normally before we let me spit that out and try again. When we were streaming on Twitch, I always felt like it was kind of odd to trying to kind of like grab people from one and transplant them into the other.
Yeah.
And with just, in my opinion, like what Twitch had been doing for some long time, I just like the idea of having kind of like everything under like one umbrella.
I agree.
And I mean, where are you? You're on YouTube or on Twitch? I mean, technically, yeah, but we're on YouTube.
Ooh, what tattoo did you get, Blair? You'll need to post that in the Discord because I'm curious if you
I'm
can.
exhausted from getting that. Ooh, tattoos do take it out. It must got got some drilling done.
Good night, Blair. Have a good one.
Rest easy, and we'll talk to you Sunday.
Yeah, and probably before.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. But yeah, so the Patreon's live. The first tier. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, and it's who was blowing me up? Blair. Okay. The tattoos in Discord.
Excellent. I'll have to look at that.
The first and only tier right now we have is it's Get Faded. FATED. It's a pun.
It's a pun. It's a good one.
It's a good pun. And then JD and I were talking back and forth, and
we got a few more planned out.
We've got a couple more planned, and I think they're kind of clever too.
Yeah.
But at some point we do want to do like shirts and kind of stuff like that.
Bottle openers or shirts.
Yeah.
And enamel pins and stuff.
Yeah, fancier pins. I think we just make that like a permanent thing. Like each tier
has the thing that always comes with it.
Yeah.
You get it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like more tiers, more money, which means more investment that we can put in.
Exactly. I see nothing wrong with it if you want the Patreon t-shirt, cool, get the Patreon t-shirt and then drop it back down to $5.
So speaking of that, in Patreon itself, you can do it directly through Patreon, and you can have them make the shirts themselves too.
Ooh, that's interesting.
You can actually do it, and you can automatically apply it to a tier.
We'll have to run those numbers. I'll have to get out my little green see-through visor and my old calculator with the crank on it.
I mean, as long as you don't have this cigarette in your mouth too, it's fine.
I wouldn't be smoking it. It'd just be sitting there. Like, I'd light it and just set it down beside me and put a fan blowing it away.
Cigarettes are bad. Don't smoke, chat. They're bad for you. They're not good.
Yeah, just this.
So that was the Patreon.
We got the Patreon. We got the buttons.
We got buttons. We've got Lancer. I said that I'm having a sabbatical week.
I'll probably be having one of those at some point.
Guests are rolling through. Anytime I'm on Twitch, I actually tell them. Nice. Appreciate it. But yeah, those are the only notes that I think I made for myself.
Yeah, nothing new on the board.
No, because Lancer's gonna take up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Gonna be like, as far as the videos go on the editing side, I'm gonna be doing things a little bit different. Like, my whole goal is to, because there's so much more that can be seen, to show it. So I'm gonna try to have, we'll still be on camera, but there's gonna be more of stuff pertaining to full screen wise of what's going on in the Lancer book and all this other stuff. We can even go over lore and stuff because
it exists.
It exists in this game. Like, they don't even call Earth, which is cool. I don't want to get into it because I want to make videos on it. You could do deep dives on the mechs themselves, or just the, like, not the factions, but the manufacturers of themselves have their own content.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I didn't see the button. Can you show it again?
I can. It's right here. It's right here.
You're gonna have to get
I know.
closer. I can.
No, it's cool. It's right here. I already got it off. I'm already ahead of you. I can't reach now.
It's basically just kind of like the shortened YouTube logo, just thrown on a button. And that's that.
Yeah.
Hannah, we'll get you one because we see you pretty regularly.
You're getting yours on Monday.
So that's that. So we're at. Well, at this point, we have 2 people in the chat, which is one is me and the other's Hannah.
I'm in there too, but I'm not talking, so it's just not showing it. Because I had it pulled up on my computer.
What I think we'll do then is just scooch off the book giveaway, and then we'll put the announcement in the front of our YouTube video, and then what I'll do is like I'll just ask for like some kind of command or
on the Discord,
some text or whatever that I can pull, and then I can grab the names out of.
We'll do a raffle on Discord.
I mean, I can do it that way too.
I think that'd be a good way to do it, and be like, hey, if you want this, type this right in here, because we're gonna pull from that, and then we're just gonna.
And then all I need to do is just feed it into a generator and just pull it out. That won't be hard.
Yeah.
Because Hannah, right now, you would win the book, and as much as I think that would be fine, it's not really fair to other people. But also, side note, normally we wouldn't be doing this at like 11:30 at night either.
This is true, and I think the time has a lot to do with it.
I really do too. Because normally we'd have around 20 or so.
More.
But other than that, JD, you got anything?
Yes. I may try to do one of the other videos we've discussed on your sabbatical week.
Okay.
I don't know if I will, but I may.
If you want to.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because I can show off their Kickstarter pages and stuff and be like, this one, and this is what it is, and this is going to be so
slow
cool.
Scroll. It wouldn't be hard to do. That would be very easy to do.
You can call me out like that if you want to.
No, I mean, it's like the cliche, like when anybody shows a web page, it just kind of does like the slow scroll through the entire website.
Right.
And then sometimes it'll pause and then
yeah.
I use them in mine.
There's a lot of good ones out there, though.
But if you've got anything else, man, speak now or forever hold your peace.
No, I got nothing.
Okay.
I was thinking about it. I got nothing. The big announcements are tied to the Patreon. Yeah.
Yep. And like I said, 1 tier, 5 simoleons, no pressure. If you want to, awesome. If not, don't worry about it. We're not going anywhere.
No. Gotta go back through and put it on all the YouTube now, though.
I already did.
You already did?
It's not hard, yeah. What do you think I do? Just sit on my ass?
I mean, I would. At least a couple days, and then I get bored.
Nah, but that's what Mass Effect was for.
I don't have a couple days right now. So.
That's what Mass Effect is for.
How's Mass Effect going? Do you start 2 yet?
Like, briefly. I'm really...
Uh-oh.
It's not that I don't like Mass Effect 2, because I do. I don't know if I like the class I picked, because I was Vanguard in the first one.
Do you have to stay Vanguard?
No, you don't, but I chose to.
Oh.
So by me choosing to stay the Vanguard, like, it doesn't have the same biotic powers it did in the first game.
Yeah, the first one was...
Like, you get Shockwave, and you get Pull, and...
Pull's cool.
There's one more. Oh, but because of the way weapons work in Mass Effect 2 versus 1, so in Mass Effect 1, remember how I was talking to you about how they changed some of the weapon things? So anybody could use them?
And stuff.
So, yeah, and those are in 2. And in Mass Effect 1, initially, like, depending on what class you went with, you couldn't use certain weapons.
Yeah.
But they changed it. So any class in Mass Effect 1 can use any weapon. That's not the same in Mass Effect 2. They went back to the, well, if you play this class, like I'm playing right now, all I get is pistols and shotguns.
That's fine. That's all you need.
But boring.
But that's everything, though. Like, the only way you'll get around that is to be the commando, where you get everything.
So you can be a full-on biotic, and at least I can just spam powers.
That, yeah.
And I think I might restart it because I'm early enough into it to where I can pick the biotic.
I always like the tech powers more, though.
Techs are fun. You can be there's a cross between the two. It's like an engineer.
Those are fun, too. But then you don't get any of the big ones.
So, I don't know. I wish you could change like mid-game, just try stuff out, but it kind of locks you into it.
Which is, it's a dated game though.
Like early 2000, the game's like 20 years old.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say almost as old as me, but that's a lie. I'm only. Oh, no.
You're old.
Yeah, but I'm an old fart.
And I'm not far behind you.
Nope, just a few years.
And on that bombshell,
I guess. For everybody that's been here, all 2 of you.
3. 4.
Again, we're gonna move off the book to the announcement, and then we'll put it in the YouTube video.
Yeah.
And we'll do it on Discord or something like that.
We'll find a way.
But tell your friends that we're gonna be doing one then. If they don't want a quest book, they don't have to have a quest book, because they can also opt in for a City of Mist book.
Yeah, anything that anytime we do a giveaway, it's anything that we've covered so far.
That's the plan.
So right now, City of Mist or Quest or one of the City of Mist supplemental books, I guess, would be on the table if you already have the City of Mist core book.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either. Like you have the core book, but you want the MC guide or whatever. Yeah, cool. Go for it. Let us know.
Knights of Paintown, something like
Yeah,
that.
that'd be cool.
I back that. But I guess that pretty much is about it. Before we sign out here, because it is after midnight.
After midnight.
Does anybody have any questions for us?
You can let all your questions just hang out, because it's after midnight.
It's close to midnight. I might get DMC'd for that. I gotta stop. Nothing?
You went Thriller?
I did go Thriller.
You went Thriller.
Yeah, I did. But YouTube's really...
Sometimes.
Wait a minute. You were humming something. Delisted. Delisted. Okay, well, it was a little short, but again, it is late. So on that note, everybody, for those that have stopped by, thank you for being here. Check out the next video here in 2 weeks. We will officially start doing the book giveaway again. But until then, anything else, JD?
2 weeks?
Not next week. It'd be the week after. Is it 2? No. Week after next. It'll be week after next.
Yeah, that's right.
Hmm?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Cool. All right, everyone. Happy Saturday. Actually, happy Sunday.
Happy weekend.
Yep, that's important.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was good. Mine starts now. And it gets to be editing. Because work sucks. Anyway.
Check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
Check out our other YouTube videos.
Yeah. Podcast down there somewhere too.
Follow the Twitters and all that good stuff. The Discord's down below too. Until then, we're out. Stay awesome. Be excellent and love each other. Peace out. If you wouldn't mind reaching across and killing me, JD.